Claim made by a senior Pakistani politician, the former Speaker of Pakistan National Assembly and a member of Pakistan National Assembly on the floor of the House in Pakistan. Pakistan feared that India will attack Pakistan by 9 p.m. had Wing Commander Abhinandan not been released after the Balakot bombing the next day. Let me now get you more details on this explosive story that India today has accessed. This was a statement made on the floor of Pakistan's National Assembly where Ayaz Sadiq, member of National Assembly of the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, said Pakistan's Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi was shaking. He had sweat on his brow. His feet were shaking when he said, Khuda ke vaste use jaane de. Pakistan feared Indian missiles, Indian attack at 9 p.m. had Wing Commander Abhinandan not been released. I'll get you much more on this explosive story and we'll have our guests joining us on the show. But let's listen in to Ayaz Sadiq before I get you more.
जिसमें प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने आने से इनकार कर दिया और चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ तशरीफ लाए, पैर कांप रहे थे, पसीने माथे पे थे और हमसे शाह महमूद साहब ने कहा, फॉरेन मिनिस्टर साहब ने, कि खुदा का वास्ता है अब इसको वापस जाने दें क्योंकि 9 बजे रात को हिंदुस्तान पाकिस्तान पे अटैक कर रहा है। जिसमें प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने आने से इनकार कर दिया और चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ तशरीफ लाए, पैर कांप रहे थे, पसीने माथे पे थे और हमसे शाह महमूद साहब ने कहा, फॉरेन मिनिस्टर साहब ने, कि खुदा का वास्ता है अब इसको वापस जाने दें क्योंकि 9 बजे रात को हिंदुस्तान पाकिस्तान पे अटैक कर रहा है।
खुदा का वास्ता है इसे जाने दे वरना 9 बजे रात को इंडिया अटैक कर देगा. एंड दिस was Pakistan's Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi shaking in his feet. I quickly want to bring in India Today's Shiv Arur joining me for more on the story. Also joining us is Sushant Sareen, Senior Fellow at the Observer Research Foundation. And we'll have guests from Pakistan to help us make sense of this. But Shiv, to you first, what does this signify? It wasn't out of the goodness of Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's heart that Wing Commander Abhinandan was released. It was fear, raw fear.
You know, Gaurav, in the last year and a half since the release of Wing Commander Abhinandan, you and I have reported on the, the circumstances under which he was released. Pakistan was under a huge amount of pressure to release him. We were clear right from the start that it wasn't out of the goodness of their heart that he was released. Obviously, Pakistan didn't have a choice in the matter because they released him, as you know, just 2 days after, the skirmish that took place following the Balakot airstrikes. Now, it's putting aside, the things that politicians usually say in Pakistan, because, their credibility is one thing entirely. But what this does say is that you've got someone like Ayaz Sadiq saying this in the National Assembly, being very specific about the army chief, the foreign minister of Pakistan, etc., saying their legs were shaking. He's painted a very clear picture of what happened. Whether or not it actually happened is different. But it signals that there was a huge amount of pressure on Pakistan, and he says it was because India had threatened to attack. Now, whether that...
Yes, India had threatened to attack. So it was Pakistan's fear and not out of the milk of human kindness, as Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan may claim. Before I bring in Sushant Sareen, let's once again listen in to Ayaz Sadiq. He is the former Speaker of Pakistan National Assembly. He's a member of Pakistan National Assembly and he's a member of Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. Let's listen in to him. Let's listen in as he says Shah Mahmood Qureshi was shaking. He was trembling and he said, Khuda ka wasta hai, Abhinandan ko jaane de. Listen in.
जिसमें प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने आने से इनकार कर दिया और चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ तशरीफ लाए, पैर कांप रहे थे, पसीने माथे पे थे और हमसे शाह महमूद साहब ने कहा, फॉरेन मिनिस्टर साहब ने, कि खुदा का वास्ता है अब इसको वापस जाने दें क्योंकि 9 बजे रात को हिंदुस्तान पाकिस्तान पे अटैक कर रहा है.
Okay. Let me quickly bring in Sushant Sareen for more on the story. Sushant Sareen, this very clearly signifies that India was not going to back down after bombing Balakot and Pakistan's failed strikes the next day.
Absolutely. Gaurav, one thing I'm not very clear from this clip, whether it was the legs of General Bajwa that were trembling or it was Shah Mahmood Qureshi, but probably it was both of them. Because there's another clip which is doing the rounds where it is said that Bajwa said, look, we need to appease India, otherwise all hell is going to break loose. And that was by the former defense minister of Pakistan, Khwaja Asif. And this was in a briefing which was given to these guys by the then government, or the current government rather. Now, what do we know about what happened? Number one, we know that Pakistanis never behave with any grace until and unless they are coerced. And they were coerced into releasing, Wing Commander Abhinandan. Now, what are the other things we know? We know that Imran Khan was desperately trying to call up Prime Minister Modi, and Prime Minister Modi treated him with the contempt which Imran Khan deserves by refusing to take his calls. What else do we know? We know that the Pakistanis initially tried to negotiate and bargain over the release of Abhinandan, and the Indian side told them to go and take a hike and refused to negotiate with them. What do we also know? That the friends of Pakistan like Saudi Arabia and also the US had told the Pakistanis that Indians were extremely furious and were likely to attack. And there was some talk at that point of time that terrorist targets in about 9 cities were going to be hit by Indian missiles, and the Pakistanis were really shaking. And the Indians had clearly indicated to them that anything the Pakistanis threw at us, we are going to throw back even more at them. So there was a background to the trembling on the legs of both the army chief as well as the foreign minister.
And before I bring in Arzu Kazmi, who a senior journalist who joins us from Pakistan, Shiv, very quickly, you and I were aware that our missiles were ready, that India was on top of the escalation ladder, and India was willing to go up the escalation ladder, Shiv.
Gaurav, you know, what Ayaz Sadiq has said pretty much confirms the fact that India was completely ready, you know, for more punitive strikes, had it been necessary. What he has basically done is added a level of detail that was missing so far, and he's done it on the floor of the National Assembly of Pakistan by saying that India was planning to attack. What Sushant Sareen says is, is absolutely the piece of the puzzle that puts these two things together. The fact that the United States and Saudi Arabia and perhaps some other countries, had told Pakistan, look, you cannot treat Wing Commander Abhinandan as a bargaining chip. You're not going to be able to get anything out of India unless you return him, because we've tried to talk to India perhaps, and there is no talking to India right now. They're going to hurt you unless
Prime Minister Narendra Modi,
at this point of time and return Abhinandan.
Absolutely. That's what sources were telling India today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was very clear. India was willing to escalate. India wanted Wing Commander Abhinandan back at any cost, and Pakistan realized it could not afford that cost. And I want to bring in Arzu Kazmi from Pakistan for more on this. Arzu Kazmi, it wasn't out of the goodness of Imran Khan's heart or General Qamar Javed Bajwa's heart that Wing Commander Abhinandan was released. It wasn't for good relations. It was fear. It was fear that India would bomb Pakistan if Wing Commander Abhinandan was not released.
No, Gaurav, I don't think there was any kind of pressure on Pakistan to release Abhinandan, because whatever Imran Khan, Prime Minister Imran Khan decide about Abhinandan to release him, I think that's only the good gesture, just to avoid further conflicts, further bad situation with the neighboring country. So instead
Arzu Kazmi, शायद आपने सुना नहीं. Arzu Kazmi, शायद आपने, you've heard of Ayaz Sadiq. You know who Ayaz Sadiq is, right? Ayaz Sadiq is a member of Pakistan National Assembly. He's the former Speaker of Pakistan National Assembly. और Arzu Kazmi, शायद आपने सुना नहीं. चलिए आपको सुनवा देते हैं. Let's once again listen in to Ayaz Sadiq, member of Pakistan National Assembly. अरे मैडम सुन लीजिए. आप ही के पाकिस्तानी है.
जिसमें प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने आने से इनकार कर दिया और चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ तशरीफ लाए. पैर कांप रहे थे, पसीने माथे पे थे, और हमसे शाह महमूद साहब ने कहा, फॉरेन मिनिस्टर साहब ने, कि खुदा का वास्ता है अब इसको वापस जाने दें, क्योंकि 9 बजे रात को हिंदुस्तान पाकिस्तान पे अटैक कर रहा है. जिसमें प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने
आरजू काज़मी, सुना आपने खुदा का वास्ता है, खुदा का वास्ता है, जाने दे। पैर कांप रहे थे, पसीना आ रहा था। खुदा का वास्ता है, जाने दे। 9 बजे इंडिया अटैक कर देगा। आरजू काजमी जी, अब बताइए।
Sir, basically he is from the opposition and you know what's going on in Pakistan these days. All the opposition parties are together just to let down Imran Khan. So this is a part of the game. Why don't you understand?
अच्छा, एक गेम चल रहा है पाकिस्तान में। इमरान खान को डाउन करने के लिए आर्मी चीफ को बोल रहे हैं कि पैर कांप रहे थे। बट डू यू बाय दैट लॉजिक, सुशांत सरीन? डू यू बाय दैट लॉजिक?
No, no, not at all. And in fact, I think for me, the lesson in what has happened or this particular revelation that has been made today is that, this is the same Shah Mahmood Qureshi, Gaurav, who has his clips where he goes to the public hustings and he is exhorting people to do jihad. He talks of himself as a legatee of Mahmud of Ghaznavi to break temples in India. He has made those speeches. This guy is such a coward that the moment he realized that the Indians are going to hit back, his legs were trembling and he was sweating all over. That is one lesson for us on how we should treat the Pakistanis. The second lesson for us is that, for donkey's years, we have taken this thing lying down. We have been like turn the other cheek kind of a country, that the Pakistanis hit us and we retaliate by threatening to retaliate. I think what Mr. Modi has done, both with the surgical strikes and later with Balakot, he has upended that whole equation. Now the Pakistanis fear that Mr. Modi can behave crazier than they think what Indians were capable of. Here is a guy who says, bring it on. Here is a guy who's willing to take it to the next level to teach the Pakistanis a lesson. That is the template we need to follow when we deal with these fellows, because they are cowards, and that is the way cowards have to be dealt.
Absolutely, absolutely. Why didn't we do this after 26/11 remains a big question. That was one of the worst terror attacks in the history of mankind. But Shiv, we've been writing about this for such a long time that this is the only way to deal with the state sponsor of terror. But Arzu Kazmi, before I bring in Shiv, let's listen in to Khwaja Asif, Pakistan's former defense minister. So if you don't want to believe Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, let me, if you don't want to believe Ayaz Sadiq, listen in to Khwaja Asif.
मोहतरम वजीर की के वहाँ पे जो गैदरिंग थी, वजीर आज़म साहब ने वहाँ पे आना था। एक घंटा जो है वहाँ पे इंतज़ार होता रहा कि वजीर आज़म साहब इस इमारत में मौजूद थे, लेकिन कमेटी रूम नंबर 2 में वो ना आए। आर्मी चीफ ने, जनरल कमर बाजवा साहब ने वहाँ पे ये ब्रीफिंग दी और अभिनंदन के रिलीज करने के ज़रूरत पे जोर दिया और इस बात का इम्प्रेशन दिया गया कि इसके की अपीजमेंट का कोई ना कोई जो है मस्बत असरात जो है भारत की तरफ से आएंगे।
आरजू काज़मी, सुना आपने? It wasn't just Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan, it was also Pakistan's Army Chief Qamar Javed Bajwa who wanted to appease India, according to Khwaja Asif, to release Abhinandan, or there could be an attack at 9 p.m.
But still, the statements are coming from PMLN. You don't have any officials, any army officials who come and tell you all this, or any other party. It's always PMLN. Why? Why you always pick up the comments from PMLN, PML Nawaz Sharif? Why? Can you tell me this? Because you like their statement. It goes to
It is for you to find out. It is for you to find out. General Gurmeet Singh joins me on the broadcast. General Gurmeet Singh is former 15 Corps commander. He knows the lay of the land. Qamar Chima joins me from Pakistan. General Gurmeet Singh, your appreciation of this big explosive statement made by two leaders in Pakistan, Khwaja Asif and Ayaz Sadiq. Pakistan feared India will attack, and that is why Pakistan released Wing Commander Abhinandan.
Gaurav, the truths, realization and revelations are tumbling out of Pakistan. If you analyze this period from 26 February to 1st March last year, one thing is clear, that Pakistan was absolutely scared of India's hard decision, resolve and the national will, which was executed through proactive and preemptive action. In fact, it's definite from the revelations which has come out today that they were absolutely afraid they actually were shaking because they knew that India is not going to spare them in that scenario. I think if you will have in the coming days more and more of the leadership coming out with a reality. Reality is the way they were struck during the Balakot strike. It had shaken their entire story with their sporting, their narrative. In fact, they were swept off their carpet.
ये डर था, ये डर और ये डर अच्छा है कमर चीमा, पाकिस्तान के आतंकवाद का एक जवाब है, and that was the Balakot bombing and an escalation. That is why Pakistan released Wing Commander Abhinandan. The truth is now tumbling out, as General Gurmeet Singh says, Kamar Chima.
Well, I think in Pakistan, the opposition must understand that when they target the government, they hit the state. The decision, they want to embarrass the government on this thing, on Shah Mahmood Qureshi, that his legs were trembling. How can this thing happen? Didn't he know that our Air Force brought down the plane of the Abhinandan? Why his legs were shaking? Why legs were shaking?
क्योंकि वो सच जानते थे. क्योंकि वो सच जानते थे.
The problem is the opposition in Pakistan hit the government, but they never know they are hitting the state. The opposition in Pakistan must have a difference between the state and the government. And here the opposition parties in Pakistan, and particularly PMLN, they must make statements these days. This is not the way things are dealt.
Let me bring in Shivarur.
Violating Pakistan's sovereignty, damaging Pakistan's national interest, and countries like India taking advantage of this.
No. Shiv, Kamar Chima may not know the truth, but Kamar Javed Bajwa knows the truth, and Shah Mahmood Qureshi knows the truth, that the F-16 went down. They know the fact that F-16 went down, Shiv, and that is why they realized that they had to release Abhinandan. Shiv.
You know, Gaurav, I want to make a larger point because, you know, India has stopped talking about Balakot. India has stopped talking about what happened at that time. The only country that still talks about Balakot and what happened there is Pakistan itself. You know, whether it is the Karachi blackout, whether it is Ayaz Sadiq now in the National Assembly, the only country that's still obsessed with Balakot is Pakistan. And for good reason, because the message that was supposed to be sent by India when it attacked Balakot was precisely this. To convince Pakistan that the next time it indulges in terror, this kind of punitive attack is going to happen. Balakot has gotten under the skin of Pakistan. So whether it was the recent Karachi blackout, where you saw people there going into a frenzy, including the media, or now when you've got the national opposition there attacking the government, no matter what Kamar Chima, my friend, says about them attacking the state, the fact that that is still a sticking point to embarrass their government means that India's message with Balakot hit home just like the missiles did. And the fact is, this is something that is going to obsess Pakistan ad infinitum. That is the point here.
And it adds that uncertainty. India's response is now an uncertainty. I have BJP spokesperson Sambit Patra joining me on the broadcast. Sambit Patra, you've been watching our broadcast. You've seen this explosive revelation coming in from Pakistan. Your take on it, sir?
See, Gaurav, this is a huge revelation, in fact, and this is not a small one, in the sense that we have a top leader from Pakistan, Mr. Sadiq, and that too on the floor of the National Assembly of Pakistan. He's giving a reply to a question where he uses the words, which, I have heard in his channel, and the words were, पैर कांप रहे थे और माथे पे पसीना था. That is of Kamar Bajwa. The army chief के पैर कांप रहे थे पाकिस्तान के और माथे में पसीना था. And finally, the foreign minister of Pakistan, Mahmood Qureshi, in fact, advises that immediately release Abhinandan ji. Otherwise, in fact, India is going to attack at 9 p.m. This is what a proactive India is. This is what the stand of India today is globally. India protects its every citizen. India stands for its every Jawan. And today, for the first time, I feel so elated. I feel proud. And remember, Gaurav, in the late years, we used to have debates as to how United States of America, in fact, stands for its every citizen. If any citizen of U.S. is taken hostage anywhere in the world, U.S. leaves no stone unturned to get its citizen back. Today, for the first time, we have realized that under the Modi regime, this feeling is for India across the globe, particularly in Pakistan, that you cannot play with India.
Stay with me, Sambit Patra. Okay, General Gurmeet Singh, is that the message that's now going across Pakistan? में डर है और ये डर अच्छा है.
Absolutely. In fact, Pakistan game is over. I think their fear has overtaken them. Look, the situation in Pakistan today, and even when the Balakot airstrike was done, was similar. In fact, they've understood that Indian armed forces is on the path of proactive and preemptive. And it is backed up by government's hard decisions, by the resolve, by the national will. And now there's no more failing in the enough. The enough category is absolutely over.
Okay.
In fact, I think that is the biggest aspect. And
Okay.
another aspect is there. Now the realization by Pakistan. In fact, look at the confidence which has been building up with the public, politicians since the Balakot airstrike. And that's why you see that now
Yes.
the Pakistan army, they're being targeted. This is unprecedented, and they're targeting by name.
This you're
These
saying is
people-
unprecedented. Kamar Chima, this is the opposition of Pakistan talking in Pakistan's National Assembly. A former speaker of Pakistan's National Assembly and a former defense minister of Pakistan. So they will look after Pakistan's national interest, but they are saying that Imran Khan did refuse to come for that meeting. इतना डर इमरान खान के मन में, ये अच्छाई नहीं थी उनके हृदय में, उनके दिल में कोई दर्द नहीं था, दया नहीं थी भारत के लिए, उनके दिल में डर था, खौफ था भारत का, और इसीलिए वो मीटिंग तक में नहीं आए. कमर चीमा.
Well, I think in last 2.3 years, Imran Khan has never sat with the opposition parties. Never, not a single time he has been sitting with the opposition leaders. One thing. The second thing is that what Khaja Asif was saying, that we should go for a policy of appeasement. I believe this policy of appeasement was well taken in the global audience, because they believe that the Pakistani government wants peace, and it is India which is aggressor, and it was well proven, and everyone in the international supported. Listen me. The third thing which Mr. Ayaz Sadiq is saying, I mentioned again, opposition must understand, while hitting the government, never hit the state. And
That
what
you
the
may tell your
fact is,
opposition, but
they do these things.
no, Sushant Sareen, there is no way anybody in the world thinks that Pakistan wants peace, especially when Pakistan refuses to take action against Hafiz Mohammad Saeed or that Maulana of terror Masood Azhar and that huge terror factory still operating in Pakistan.
Yeah, Gaurav, look, all these Pakistanis, including, people like Kamar Chima, they live in a world of an alternate reality. They think that, the whole world is buying the kind of nonsense they are selling all the time. Now, Mr. Chima can't go to a foreign country without being sidelined and being strip searched, because that is the reputation his country has gained for him. This is the problem with these people. So they live in a world of alternate reality, and they think that the whole world thinks that the Pakistanis are like little rabbits, cuddly little things who don't do anything wrong. The reality, however, is that everybody knows that this is an epicenter of terrorism, or as the MEA describes it, the mothership of terrorism in the region. Now, this is the
perhaps it's Prime Minister Narendra Modi who took that hard decision after Pulwama terror attack, bomb Balakot, and if they don't release Abhinandan, then bomb Pakistan even further. Sir, क्या response? सर आपके विमान क्रॉस तो कर नहीं पाए इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर या LOC, इतना तो खौफ था. अब तो हमारे पास रफेल है, तो don't even try it. But I've run out of time on this show. We'll be tracking the story very closely. To all my guests, many thanks for joining me. Kamar Chima, you must speak to the opposition in your country and to the government. लेकिन ये डर अच्छा है. To all my guests, many thanks for joining me. A quick break. News and updates continue on India Today. Stay with us.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.